Just for anyone not here yesterday, the exterior angle of a triangle, so if you draw a triangle and you extend one of the sides, the exterior angle is this angle out here, angle Z. It equals the sum of the two interior opposite angles. So interior means inside, opposite means not adjacent. So where I've got my pen just here, that angle is adjacent to Z. So Z equals the sum of the other two angles. So Z equals X plus Y in this diagram. Okay, that's what we looked at yesterday. Just drawing it again so it's a bit clearer for you. For example, if this is angle C out here, that's the exterior angle of the triangle. So when you draw a triangle and you extend one of the sides, it equals the sum of the two interior, which means inside opposite angles. So if I have angle C out here and its exterior, where I've put a dot there, that's adjacent to C. It's not the angle adjacent to C. C equals the sum of the other two angles, the two interior opposite angles to where C is. So where the dot is adjacent to C. A and B are opposite to C. So in this case, C equals A plus B. Now we'll go over the back and check those questions. So finding the value of the pronumeral, this one's very straightforward, that the 59 plus E is 126. And so can someone give me the answer for that one, that E is?
67.
E is 67. The reason would be exterior angle of triangle equals sum of two interior opposite angles. With this next question here, it's not so straightforward, and you have to work out other values. Now we've, sorry, 126 minus, sorry, I did it the wrong way, minus 59. Okay. Now, this second one here, sometimes it's not so straightforward, but look for straight lines and things. So if this is 162, then this angle in here is 18 degrees. What would be the reason for that angle there? Yeah, that would be angle sum of straight line. So I'm just going to put the reasons down here. Angle sum of straight line is the reason for the 18 degrees. Okay? So that's the reason for the 18 degrees. And now I can use, so if I cover up this 162, see, you can cover up bits of your diagram. B is the exterior. So you can do exterior, more than one exterior angle if you want. But if I draw my exterior angle out this way, it doesn't equal the one next to it, but it equals the sum of the other two. So B equals 18 plus 11, which is 29. I'm just going to put exterior angle of triangle, etc. Okay, so the reason for 18, the reason was the 180 minus 162 gave me 18. You can put another pronumeral there if you want and call it A or something like that. All right, or an X. You're allowed to make up your own pronumeral where you need one in the diagram. With this question here as well, we did look at this quickly yesterday, but we've got a straight line here, so this one would be 50. We've got another straight line here, so this angle in there would be 40. So I'm just going to put angle sum of straight line for those two reasons, for those two angles. And then if you want to work out M, in this case I would not use, you don't have to use exterior angle. You could have just used what for M if you want. You can use exterior if you want, but you could just use angle sum of triangle. So I'd say M is 180 minus 50 minus 40, which is 90 degrees. The reason for that is angle sum of triangle. But look, I could have done exterior angle if I, see, because if M is 90, if I just cover this 140 up, right, I've got 90 plus 40 is 130. Can you see it? And if I cover the 130 up, I've got 90 plus 50 is 140. So you could have done it with exterior angle, but you don't have to. Just go for the easiest method. All right. The next one, what I was saying yesterday, when you see you have an isosceles triangle, I'd like you to turn your page around so that the top of the isosceles triangle is, in front of you. You want your isosceles triangle the right way up. So if you have to, I want you to spin your page around. We've got an isosceles triangle like this one, an equal size. To know which way to turn the triangle around, I like the top. So turn your page around so the top of the triangle is there and you're running your fingers down the equal sides. So If this is x, what's this angle here?
X.
So, why would I write x here? I'm just going to put, yes, I've got x equals x or something. All right? It's fine. Or, look, I can just call them both x, and I'm just going to put that the reason for that is base angles of isosceles triangle. Yeah, I'm going to work it out. Are equal. So, why am I calling x x? Because base angles of isosceles triangle are equal. Now I can use the exterior angle of a triangle theorem. X plus x is 140. I actually don't have to do this straight line thing. All right, so I could just do that x plus x is 140. Do you know why? Now that I know that those two are the same, I'm going to call them both x, right? And the reason for that is that the base angles of isosceles triangle are equal. Now I'm going to use my exterior angle of triangle theorem that x plus x is 140. Exterior angle of triangle equals sum of the two interior opposite angles. So therefore 2x is 140. So x is 140 divided by 2, which is 70. Okay? No, you can just write 70. Girls, you can just jump straight from there to x is 70. That's fine. Okay? No, the reasons are base angles of isosceles triangle are equal. When we say reasons, I don't mind if you jump from x plus x is 140 to x is 70. That's fine. That's not reasons. The reasons are the words.
Yeah, I'm saying, do you have to write
Yes,
both of them?
base angles of isosceles triangle and exterior angle of triangle equals sum of two interior opposite angles. Yes, they're the reasons. You could have just written x is 70 with no other working out mathematically, but what we need are the two reasons. We want to see base angles of isosceles triangle, and we want to see exterior angle of triangle. The other way you could have done it, and some people did do it this way, is that they put 40 in here. And if you do that, you have to write angle sum of straight line, and then you would do angle sum of triangle. So, yes, every time you work out the value of something, you've got to give me a reason. All right? So we want the value and the reason. Now, if some people did this, so girls, exterior angle of triangle equals sum of two interior opposite angles. A lot of people forget that. The other way of doing it instead of that way is to use two reasons in its place, and that would be angle sum of straight line and angle sum of triangle replaces exterior angle of triangle rule. Yes, so that's right. That's right. So you would still need the base angles of isosceles triangle, but instead of exterior angle of triangle, you could have replaced it with straight line and angle sum of triangle together. So even though exterior angle of triangle is sum of two interior opposite angles is a long one, it replaces two other reasons, which is straight line, angle sum of straight line, and angle sum of triangle. Down here, what could you work out first?
Angle sum of straight line.
I would do angle sum of straight line here, definitely. So this is 50. So I've got angle sum of straight line. I'm going to, no, this one for that 50. So I've got 180 minus 130 is 50. Why am I saying that that in there is 50? It's angle sum of straight line. What do you think I should do next? Yes, it is. So we turn our page around and we say that this one is also 50, right? Do you see it? Do you see how I turn my page around? So that the top of the triangle and I run my fingers down the side. What would be the reason for that other 50? Base angles of isosceles triangle are equal. Now, what are you going to use for the P? Why don't you just use, yeah, P is 180 minus 50, which is 130. What would be your reason for that? Angle sum of straight line. That's it. So girls, at the end of this topic, I will give you a sheet with all the rules, including the ones for triangles and quadrilaterals that we're going to do all on the one sheet. And it'll have all the different reasons. There's about 12 of them or something. Okay? So, okay, next one. We did do this yesterday, but we didn't do the reasoning yesterday, okay? So let's have a look. There's our isosceles triangle. What are you going to call this angle down here? See, there's my pointy bit.
46.
It's 46. So I'm just going to arrow to it. Base angles of isosceles triangle are equal. Okay. No, it's not yet. So no, but then I'm just going to put another letter here and call it X. What does X equal?
88.
X is, how would you work it?
180
Only minus 46 minus 46, which is?
88. And use some triangle.
Yes, it does, but you've got to do it in 2 steps. And what's our reason? Angle, sum of triangle for that one. Okay, so why? So I know I haven't given this a like a pronumeral, but it's okay. I'm just pointing to it. This is 46. Base angles of isosceles triangle are equal. Yeah.
Just back to this one. Wouldn't you have just done 130 equals P straight away?
So I know I didn't give a pronumeral here. You could, if you wanted, you could have say call this Y and put that Y is 46, for example, and the reason. Then we put this pronumeral here that X and work it out by angle sum of triangle. And then we say that W equals X,
88.
which is 88, vertically opposite angles. Are we good? So girls, every time you write down what the value of something is, you need to give me the reason. Let's have a look at this one, girls. So if you have to do step by step, we just do step by step to show all the working. Girls, I really can't tell what either of these are yet, but I do know that these two are equal. So I'm going to just put my first, so we can do it all in one step. How can you work out X? X is
180 minus
44 divided by 2, but I need 2 reasons for that. What are my 2 reasons?
Angle sum of triangle.
Yeah, angle sum of triangle is one of them. And what's the other reason? Why did I put? No, not yet.
Base angles of isosceles triangle.
That's it. Base angles of isosceles triangle are equal. And you're allowed to do that if you want, girls. How did I do that? I know that those two are equal. That's why I'm dividing by 2, right? And the 180 minus 44, the 180 comes from angle sum of triangle. All right, so I've got to explain why these two are the same. Do you get it? That's base angles of isosceles triangle are equal. And I've got to explain why I'm doing the 180. And that's angle sum of triangle. I'm fine for you to do those, to work out the value in one step, but just give me the 2 reasons. So whenever it's isosceles triangle and you've got an angle sum, you've got to give the 2 reasons. Why does it add up to 180? That's angle sum of triangle. Why are you dividing by 2? It's because base angles of isosceles triangle are equal. All right? Now, what's next? So, what does that equal, by the way?
68.
68. Now, you can do M the easy way. You don't have to do M as the exterior angle. You can just do straight line.
44.
Yeah, just M is, look, you could do M is 68 plus 44, or what else could you do that's much easier?
180.
M is 180 minus X, which is 180 minus 68. It's straight line, which is what? 112?
So would you just do angle on the straight line?
Yeah, much easier. Angle sum of straight lines. So girls, you don't have to go for the complicated reason. I know this exercise is exterior angle of triangle, but when the diagrams get more complicated, sometimes you don't need to use it. All right?
Miss, my brain is so
So if I asked you to work out the values of A and B and give reasons, that would be worth 4 marks. Now, look, I've got the exterior angle here, 146. Does it equal the one next to it? No. Which one does it equal? Tell me what the 140, ignore the B at the moment. What does it equal? No, just tell me which 2. Girls, no, not the one there. How could you work out A straight away?
Oh, 180 minus 52.
No, girls, I've got the exterior angle, 52.
46 take away 52.
So girls, doesn't A plus 52 equal 146? Look. That's one way you can do it. If you've got the exterior one, you're not interested in the one next to it unless you want to do angle sum of straight line. But the 146 equals the sum of the other 2, not the one next to it. Okay? So A is 146 minus 52, which is, what is it? 94. The reason is exterior angle of triangle equals sum of two interior opposite angles. Now that I know that that is 94, why don't we just use what to get B?
180 minus 94.
Yeah, B is just a straight, A and B make a straight line. So B is 180 minus 94, which is 86. Angle sum of straight line.
Miss, what's the reason if you did 52 plus 34?
So girls, look, I've got that, yes, A makes a straight line with 68 and 38. So A is 180 minus the other two, minus 68 minus 38, which is?
74.
Good. So angle sum of straight line. Always see how straight lines are really very handy, girls. We're very good at recognizing those now. You know, look what I can do for B, girls. What am I doing with my pen?
You're drawing. F. Oh no, Z.
Z.
It equals the same as A.
Yeah, so B equals A, which is 74. Look, I could have done it with angle sum of triangle in a minute, but I didn't have to.
So is it alternate angles and parallel?
Yeah, that's alternate angles. So B and A are alternate. That's the zigzag one. You're alternating. You're zigzagging. You're alternating from side to side. Alternate angles, parallel lines. Yay. And look, C, you could do angle sum of triangle, or you could do corresponding. Let's do corresponding, because we all know angle sum of triangle. Let's just try and see something else. And in an exam, fine, do angle sum of triangle. We just want to learn. So look what I've got here. Look at this, girls. See that? Look at the C and look at the 38. That's how they fall. Can you see it? Yes. Yeah. Here, okay, because there's so much on the diagram. But if you try and draw your F, and remember those bits on the F have to be the parallel lines, and this down here, what is the same here? It's these bits inside the F. Okay, those angles in the corners are equal. And if I, draw out those angles in the corner, I get that C is 38 degrees. And the reason is corresponding angles on parallel lines. Now, I could have done this another way.
Miss, couldn't you have done just
Angle sum of triangle, that's right. I could have, but I'm just trying to get you to see the other thing. So girls, of course, you could have done a triangle. So look, if some people worked out C first, they would have then worked out B with angle sum of triangle. If you know two angles in a triangle, you can work out the other one with angle sum of triangle. You could have also worked out C with angle sum of triangle if you already worked out B. Okay?